Hi, it's Kim from Homestead Witchery, and today I'm going to try and can some tomatoes. Now, I have not actually canned in several years, and even then it was only something like jelly. I think I've canned tomatoes one time. Maybe. I've done peaches. I don't know if I've done tomatoes, but this is an experiment because we got about, I'm going to say 20-25 pounds of tomatoes from Produce Rescue this week. And you can hear my dishwasher running, my jars are in there, and I've got a pot of water on the boil so I can skin the tomatoes, and then I'm going to cook them and crush them. I'm doing crushed tomatoes. I'm actually going to do the pressure cooking, the pressurized part outside. I should do all of it outside, but I don't have a full kitchen out there. I only have one burner. But I'm going to do the pressure part outside, and I'm doing the food prep inside. Plus there's flies out here. It's more easy for me to control in here. I just don't want all of the heat in the world in my kitchen when it's supposed to be like 99 today. Anyway, I'm going to get to skinning these tomatoes. Okay, my water's boiling, so now I'm going to peel the tomatoes. And you do that by dropping them into boiling water so the skin splits. And then putting them in an ice bath. And then you peel them. I'm going to put the tomatoes in the chicken bucket because I'm not interested in making tomato powder. And then I'm putting them in this pot to break them down so I can put them in the cans because I just want crushed tomatoes. Okay, they're splitting. Once you boil them, they peel really easily. Then you just core it and quarter it. Put it in the pot to break down. So that's what I'm going to be doing for probably the next hour. Okay, the dishwasher's finally done, so I'm going to put my can lids into the water. These are pretty short supply. This year. Luckily, I'm a hoarder, and I picked a bunch up in past years. Actually, these are from Colorado, and I moved here with them. But I'm putting them in there to heat up so the rubber softens up a little bit so it'll get a good seal on the top of the jar. And I'm going to get the rest of these tomatoes peeled, and then I will start putting them in jars. Alright, I changed my mind. I'm actually going to get this pot jarred up so I can put the rest of them in the pot. Now, one of the problems with this house, it's actually a mobile home, is that there's no counter space. So until we redo the kitchen, which we are planning to do, I have to do everything real close, which is annoying. So I'm going to get started getting these tomatoes in jars. You want your jars hot when you do these. Do this. Otherwise the heat from the tomatoes might break the glass. You want to leave about ½ an inch at the top. Okay, so these 7 jars, I gotta put citric acid because I don't want the tomatoes to spoil. I don't know how acidic these tomatoes are. So I put a ¼ teaspoon of citric acid and a ½ teaspoon of salt in each pint. I'm going to run out of citric acid because I actually use this in jewelry work. I just happen to have some on hand. But that's okay, I can use lemon juice for the rest. Now I'm going to take this thing and jam it around in the jars to get all the air bubbles out. Then I clean the rim and put the lids on. and then we're gonna go out and put them outside. Okay, I got my water heating up. He's upset I'm talking apparently. Shh. So now I'm gonna stick the jars in there. Ouch. It looks like my quart jars are not going to fit. Great. So I'll wait on those. Now I have to wait for a column of steam to come out of here. That means it's hot enough. And then I put my wobbler on, and for my elevation, which I don't remember what it is, but I looked it up, I use 10 pounds of pressure for 20 minutes. So once I get that column, I'm going to drop the wobbler on. Okay, now you can't see it, but I can hear it, and hopefully you can hear it too. The steam is coming out. So in 10 minutes I'm going to drop this wobbler on, and then we'll start timing it. Okay, it's been 10 minutes, so on with the wobbler. When it starts jiggling, that's when I start counting to 20 minutes. Hopefully I put it on right. I gotta go Google that real quick. Well, it's wobbling, so I'm going to start the timer for 20 minutes. Well, it's been 20 minutes, so I'm going to turn the heat off. And now I just basically wait until it depressurizes and then put them away. Well, it's the next day. I got 10 pints of tomatoes canned. It turned out great. I'm really happy with it. Super pleased. I can't wait to can more stuff. I think next week I'm going to make prickly pear jelly if I can find more lids. And the quart and a half that I had and that wouldn't fit into the canner, I am now making pasta sauce out of that. I'm probably going to freeze that because I don't have lids. But I do have a food saver and a big freezer, so that's where that's going. But thanks for watching. Maybe you learned something? I don't know. I learned a lot. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.